I'm gonna attempt to try and talk and explain about what I'm thinking and what's going on with Viper to try and get some of that out there, but alright, what do we got? The things that really White Mage and Black Mage are the two things that really mess up Viper's game plan, so they have both. Lovely. If you snake scaled when Black Mage sleeps you, it pulls you out. The like half asleep activates and you get pulled out of it. So it has the exact same text as guard, so I would expect it to function the same. Like guard, if you guard during half asleep, the sleep is blocked. It doesn't work that way for snake scales. You get pulled out of it. It's like a huge thing to keep track of, so you can't, unless you see sleep used, it's really hard to commit to anything on Viper. And Miracle of Nature just pulls you out of it and makes it go away, so I'm kind of playing to it depending sometimes, like on how much tempo your team has to a degree, but I always just do a free slither in the opener because the duration of the buff is almost as long as the cooldown, and it just gives you a lot of damage. They're just not playing the game. Haven't seen sleep yet. I mean, the team is literally just not playing the game, I don't know. Okay, their snake scales is up. You can use snake scales, because the backlash part is actually ODC, you can use it kind of for damage where you just yeah. Animation's way too long. Trinity. This game's gone really weird because I just like actively did not play the game so long that we touched 50, but now we're not touching it for some reason, so they're getting a 50. This game's casual. What are you gonna do? This Goblin is very bad at chasing people down, so I'm just gonna move and go back to the point now. Down on this person. I like doing snake scales there, just like the point point with it. The nice full taunt. We use Mons now, Snake Scales is safe from that. No one's touching the point. I'm not sure what. Yeah, he's not out here in stone. You shouldn't just give the thing. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun stack now. Okay, so our bard dies. For sure. And our Dirk's over there dying too. Black Ninja's gonna run into time. It sucks. Alright. So I guess I'm gonna set up the play in this corner. Hopefully, team can be a little bit regrouped by then. Like the spreads shields, you just don't get healing off Snake Scales, because healing damage to shield, healing dealing damage, so when it says heal for the amount of damage dealt, you just don't get the heal, because it's a very cool mechanic. I really love this game. That's a mechanic that really shouldn't be in the game mode, but unfortunately it is. I think I greeted too long for that uncalled. I should have just gone straight into a sneak attack. Yeah, game one. Game not good. We move on. Perhaps. I could have done more too. Let's go. Just in Pier real quick. If I'm gonna do this rant, I might as well go Wolvesden Pier, so in between games I can talk about stuff and do target dummy, whatever. Also, quick break to put things up because my inventory's full. Actually, let's do this first. Sure, take that. Could put a few more. I don't even know what to put in there. I just need to descent a bunch of... Okay. Man, on the first like night or two, there was like constantly 4 or 5 people here just hitting all the target dummies, but looks pretty empty now. It's full heart grit. What's grit doing in my queue? Alright, we got... The one thing I'll say, I really like doing pre-slither and then throwing range damage in the opener, so it's really nice when there's a different melee that can go in first, but when you've got, like, Monk doesn't really want to run in first, it can, but... in this comp, like, maybe Dancer pseudo melees in, but like, I probably just have to do it. It's probably just on me. I don't have a Black Mage or and the Dark Knight knockdown is actually kind of criminal. Yeah. Rick got LB first because he got more uptime because his team functioned and worked with him. Unfortunate. People do this thing in casual queue way too often where one of your backliners gets ratted and then everyone goes to help them for actually no reason. Just let them die, let them run away, keep playing the game at point. Talk at the same time. Pretty hard to do anything with this job when your team is just in Narnia forever. I don't really know what's going on in this game. These casual games have been pretty tough to really get a good read on Viper just because they've been so scattered and so like, every team will have, like my team probably has 2 people who have no idea what's going on. And their team probably has 2 people who have no idea what's going on. He didn't actually purify anything from me. I don't really have any mana, but it has convenient points right now. Whoops. Okay, that should have been the GCD chain. That'd be very good, but I'm breathing. I used to hit mashing 2 and not 1 on this job. Really, we killed him before they hit their elbow. Holy. What is Grit doing over there? Why is this man coiling? Get the heavy up. They didn't actually ever touch 50. I was able to stall it, so... I think when the team doesn't get completely off the point. Looking to change. We can get them out, we probably can. Ouroboros is like easily the worst button. Which button do you go? The one that ends your... Using this for damage here. Okay, they just saved on me at like full health. I don't know what that is about. These casual games are crazy, dude. I don't know. It's like... I'm pretty excited to try this job out in ranked, to be honest. I think it's pretty fun. I think they're really into work on Ouroboros, though that job that button kind of sucks. But yeah, I think pre-slithering to like a teammate in the opener, and then waiting around just doing skip the second slither, just go straight into unfold because you're unfound. Pretty good. The only thing is you miss out on the damage buff from Hunter's Instinct. You want that 10% kinda, but I think it's usually worth it to just go for, like, if you can just nuke somebody out of the opener, it's the Durg effect, right? It's just so much easier to play the game. Yeah, and then if you use this, it's just once your ability is ready, you can just use it as an OGC for extra damage. Like, it keeps you safe for a second. If people hit into the shield, that's sick. If they don't, it's whatever. You can just use the 6k damage. Extra 6k weave. Noise. World's Follower is not the best button. I usually just try and use it as like an OGCD weave. Animation locks the shit out of you. If you can get AoE with it, that's really good. That into double World's Follower is really nice. Regenerations have the point pressure. This button though, holy. My next GCD isn't ready before the damage comes out. And it's only 10k. Oh. They need to make Ouroboros not the worst button in the game though. And it really, like, it ends your transformation in the same way that Minion does, but it doesn't have the stopping power of Minion, so it's kinda... what even is the point? Yeah, as far as tech on this job goes so far, there's not too much. You can like do one, walk away, and then OGC, GC, OGC for a little bit of a tighter one GCD burst. Like, you don't always have to go up. Doesn't always have to be GCD, OGCD, insta, every time. You can do one, hold the next one. Like, it's a little bit faster together that way if you're trying to burst. If you do this, you do. So, you can end up getting that to be like a 24k burst that way. Yeah, there's not too much tech. I mean, the only tech in my mind is like using backlash as an OGCD 6k on point when you know someone's gonna have to stand there. Maybe you can be getting a OGCD 12k if people hit into you, or if you catch and cleave. Yeah, if you just like stack on point, enemy has to be there, your teammate's there, you catch some AoE, your shit pops, you can do 12k OGCD on them. Pretty good, but... yeah, and in the same vein, I kind of like doing that. I don't have a reset right now, but reset, pop, and then insta uncoiled again into this. And 20% is not wasted if you just dunk them with another blast there. Not too much tech on Viper. It's a pretty honest job. You pretty much just have to be really solid on your fundamentals, stay around the point, play with your team, and blast everybody. It's pretty straightforward. Don't chase. It's just not a chasing job. That all said, I'm gonna disenchant a bunch of crap. Never mind. I'll do it between next game. I need to clear out my inventory of clutter, disenchant all this crap, and then throw stuff on the market board. Enemy team Viper is grid again. There's a white mage. Oh god, Gunbreaker. I think Gunbreaker is like hard counter to Viper, because Viper kind of plays like a DPS junction only Gunbreaker that has snake scales to stall with. It has like a little bit of a Durg thing going with Uncoiled, a little bit of a defensive to stall point with snake scales, but it mostly plays like DPS junction Gunbreaker in between. You do a little bit of throwing that for some range burst, a little bit of stalling point, but for the most part, here's DPS junction continuation chain Gunbreaker just running at them. But you have so many weaves and so many OGCs that you're slamming that, like, when you hit into a nebula, you're actually just killing yourself. You can't really contest the it's tough. I mean, you have snake scales to put against Gunbreaker LB, so you kind of counter them in return, but yeah, I can't do anything about that. Okay, thankfully this team's kind of pumping at the point so we can get some kills together. Yeah, they get it. Go back to the point. Job kills nothing on its own. It does not wrap. It's Gunbreaker, I don't wanna. Crit's probably gonna look to over here, if I had to guess. Yep, got an Astro healing me, so I'm fine. And I need to leave because I have no fear bar. If I can reach. I wish you could dash to yourself like AM on Black Mage. And ironically, one of the best answers to snake scale is to snake scale on top of them. I really need to reset, but I'm gonna overstay these. I think one of the worst things about this job is honestly just that it's very slow for a lot of its eliminations. You can steal this spot. Over point. Some problems done. Immediate grit, but we don't get the kill tonight? Okay, never mind. It's working. No bigger strength. This one's like, team's actually pretty good. It has the funny eye pose when you're in staff mode and you have Swift Sprint. Alright, hang on. I gotta put stuff on the market now. I'm very lazy about managing retainers, so there's just stockpiles of things I need to put up. I think there's a single accessory that I can't have. Yeah, like, Snake Scales is really important because it's your only real defensive tool, but it can also just be OGC extra damage to pad into a burst. Keep you safe and kind of like pre-guard into burst for you. But, I mean, to some degree, like, you can't reliably do that for most of the game. It's mostly an overtime thing because they have to be on point and you can just sit there, but especially in these casual games, people are gonna contest point and stand on you. Or if you stack on a teammate and press it, like, people are gonna run into you. Cleared up a bit of inventory space there. Alright, what do we got? Black mage, white mage, so sleep and mon again. And medio. Sleep, mon, medio, and snap. Alright, lots to keep track of. That's like, snake scales is 50% rather than 90%. It's not really another guard. You can get killed still through it, especially when there's a ninja. Like, if you're 70, and it has a really long wind up, so. Okay. Play at the point, but whole team's back here. I don't have damage. That's the one time I don't have damage and this guy mediates. You almost always have damage up on this job though. Ninja has snap. Just execute them. Been fighting for 20 years at the point. Gonna need to get out of here eventually. As long as nobody disrupts this, this is 3-3. They're gonna go get that back floor pot instead of just elixering. radio coming up. I still have white mage LB. I can bait the white mage LB and snake's coil. Surely they press it here. They didn't press it. They just wanted it. Hello? Okay. Pass. I don't know, like that game feels good, but then you think about it after the fact and you're like, why did that monk just not push any buttons and die in the opener? That was a really slow burst. They had a lot of ways to not die. Game was very one-sided in a lot of ways, so... Stop dragging it. I think I actually want to keep them. What the heck are these? I want to keep these for glam. Honestly, those are kind of nice. I'll keep them. This just reminds me of the False Monarch, except you have to be level 87 in specific jobs and... Is there any reason to really hold on to that? Not really. What are the pants in? Oh, I still have those pants. I see. Oh! Equip these. Wait, what? Uh oh. More grit to scam, let's go. Yeah, normally my matchmaking is so bad the games look entirely unplayable, but as long as there's like one dude who's also good at the video gaming queue, check out Full Heart Grit at twitch.tv/fullheartgrit. As long as there's like one other person who's good at the video game, the queues are usually pretty balanced. There's still not like a ranked queue, because there'll be like 2 players on both teams that are not very good, have no clue what's happening in the game. But you can play the game. It's at least, you know, even and not a curb stop. Grit does not pre-prep Slither. I think I need a dash to a teammate right here, because he makes me move up. Alright, you get to live for it, so sure. Play the game, they're not briefing. still wasn't enough. Let me get out. Holy, that's self-serving cost. Going. Come here, white mage. Stop bullying my friend, right? Activated that early, and I didn't have the shield for a few minutes, so I don't know about that part, but... You can just look at this to see if your shield works. If you do set your class, just do that shield more to send it. I think certainly not to kill inside their little no-no zone. Too many people. As long as we can hold point on their side of the map for the next like 30 seconds and then get a regroup, I don't really care if we stagger for 30 seconds and accomplish nothing. Just waiting for overtime. I think they thought I would just like rain off, sit in my scales for the whole duration, but... Come on, but I'm on the floor pod. I tried to just AoE heavy them there with it, to see if I could get them to save point, but it's not that good of a, not that good of a heavy. Plus the animation is so long that you just die from full health before you can press a single button while you're in it, because it's really well designed. This button is one of the worst in the game. This button is like the main thing I want changed in the kit. Honestly, I'm okay with like most of the other things that people complain about. I think some things people have complained about are just like skill issue, but not on point, and don't know what that's about, but we full heart popped off that game. This first person duel? Sure. The Viper duel is kind of just a DPS check. It's like, can you push buttons? But oh, you got into a game? Okay. Yeah, it's not really like, you don't have tools that are particularly interesting. It's like if you accidentally whoopsies hit into snake scales, you probably lose one time. Like it's gonna be a short fight. Okay, we have a Durg and a Warrior, so the Warrior can step up first. I mean, the Durg can kill, like, literally anything on GCD together. Not super familiar with any of those players. What do we got? We got Paladin is potentially annoying. Yeah, pretty much just the Miracle in Nature media. Slightly annoying when you press snake scales and still get knocked back by enlightenment because the snapshot, but apps. Let's see where the warrior goes. Have some faith in the warrior. The warrior went for the far back target that none of us could see there. A little bit unfortunate. I've got no more defensive tools, let's just slaughter him. I should have saved that one and realized there wasn't. Kill them all. No, it's fucking criminal. Oh, it's so criminal. There's no fucking excuse we let that red mage go there. These games suck. Just a casual moment. That's the main thing. Viper and casualties when your team is 4 dysfunctional people versus whatever. Like the games earlier with Grit, that's kind of what I was saying. As long as there's like one person who's pretty good on the other team, you have like a pretty even back and forth game. But when your entire team is kind of all over the place, it feels a bit tough because there's no target to slither to. Like Reaper in these games, I have my own movement button. I don't need team to do anything. That's not how it goes for this job. quicker inputs wise. First with it, that's kind of awkward. You don't want to insta Ouroboros, but you have to dash to get in range, and then dash makes your GC better, and then Ouroboros is a bigger GC one. So sometimes you kind of get stuck doing Ouroboros first, and not feel particularly good. Got that. Unfortunate. I use a MMO mouse, which is why it's set up like this, and I fat fingered the wrong one there at the end. This game is kind of cooked anyways, though. It's not even cooked because of like any number at the ending screen. It's just cooked because people were playing solo adventures in Narnia for half the game. Like, there's no one to dash to for me, there's nobody to do damage with at the point, everybody's just way too far. I think when that happens, your best bet is maybe to just go and follow the Turk around and just try and pump things together, but kill it with damage. Well, it's just very cooked, because even if you get your kills, you're basically giving up massive point push for it. Yeah, I don't imagine ranked will pop during preseason for Crystal Rank, just because nothing to do with any desire to play as much. Like, I don't think people play for rewards anyways for the most part, but I don't think it'll pop just because everyone wants to play the same jobs, everyone wants to try out the new stuff. So it'll be really hard to get 10 or even just not unique jobs, not 10 unique jobs, but copies of 2, I guess, even if you have you know, mirrored 5 and 5, but I would expect to be seeing a lot of Viper Pictomancer. didn't do it. I waited too long. It's only 50% that you need the healing sooner there. Hold rattling coil for a second. Sometimes I overbreed and try and get a... No more gas closers or movement for you, so I'm just gonna leave. No. I don't know what that was about, but... This job is not a good ratting job, but I'll do the best I can. We have a pretty massive temple, so I'm just not gonna let this person over hidden elixir. When they overlap. It's a Pictomancers. Like, I would just be dead if it was faster, but it's such a backloaded animation, it's hard to tell. I think the main complaint I'd have for both new jobs in CC is just how incredibly out of line. Yeah, pretty much all of their abilities are just on some crazy delays. Brainlet, dude, I meant to pick up Slither for damage, and instead I just hit Rattling Coil before pushing the damage button. We get there though. They nerfed these pillars. I actually can't believe they... I imagine it just had something to do with changing the hitboxes or whatever when they were doing resolution on everything, but like, and not that they intentionally made it so you can't stand on these, but man, why can't I stand on this? Alright, I'm gonna play one more, and then I'm gonna eat food. Somebody just linked me that an anime now exists that is called Days with My Stepsister. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one, Chief. This is a pretty solid team. Quite a bit of damage, and then Meander can do massive pump. Gunbreaker can hold the point for us, so we don't have to do too much on that. I'll probably be alternate. In theory, there should be like one dude holding point, and then when he needs to reset, someone steps in, and it would be me. It's like being the off tank in PvE. Sometimes you just need to, you know... Most of the time, it'll be him on point. He'll be taking aggro, most of the time, and then sometimes you just swap in. You can't literally take aggro, but... Is it correct to dance partner? Probably. I wonder if Piper is just a better dance partner now, though. This person is running the thing about that mitigation, like, even if you burst into it, even if, like, they get to use the 50% mid to a good extent, if you don't get the healing after and you soaked a bunch, you probably just die because you couldn't move or recoup. If the team wants to chase, I could try and I'll be that, but it's too far. What a psycho, dude. I didn't expect him to fucking Wargo jumping me so low. I need to elixir here. Oh, I hate it. I think the knockback has a really long time, but if you press your button, you can get scanned pretty easily. Yeah, I think this comp, like, honestly, I mean, we'll see if anybody's, like, not recouping. A little bit, but, like, yeah, I guess these two are kinda not recouping, but I do think there was a bit of a comp diff, too, in general. Whoops. Time to eat food. I'm out. Alright. I don't know. Don't feel like I did a great job of talking and explaining while playing, but you know, it's there.